Hi guys, this is the second video I'm going to do. This video is going to show you how to put all four of the parts you just made into one assembly file and then fit those pegs into your pegboard holes. Okay? So we're going to go back up to our orange eye, and we have been in the past doing new standard parts, but this time we're going to do a standard assembly. If you can see, it says assembly right there, and we're going to there's 3 cubes because that's showing that you're putting different parts all into one file. So we're going to select our standard assembly and hit create. Now once our assembly file comes up, again you can see that there's 3 little cubes here rather than just the one orange cube. We are going to select place. Yours just says place like that, okay? I'm going to select place, and I'm going to go to my list of files, and I'm going to select my pegboard. You can do this separately, or you can select them all at the same time. So I'm going to hit pegboard, and then I'm going to hit my control button, and then I will hit round peg, square peg, and triangle peg, and then I will hit open. So it's going to drop all of these files in here. When I see this big large gray shape, I'm going to left click on my mouse. It's going to drop them. As you can see, when I move it around, I see kind of a shadow. I could click that again and it would drop another copy of everything, or I'm going to hit this escape key and that makes it disappear. Alright, so now I can drag these parts around. So here's my round peg, here's my square peg, here's my triangle peg. Whoops, did not mean to do that. And here's my triangle peg. Okay, so if I go over here to my pegboard, you see it lights up, and I right click on my pegboard. Sorry, I don't have, there we go. I'm not using a mouse, I'm just using my laptop, so it's a little tricky. So if you see all these menu options, if I go down to this one where it says grounded and click, that makes it so my pegboard cannot move around, which is what I want. You'll see that there's a little push pin right beside it, which means it's going to stay in place. So now we're going to fit our different pegs into the holes. So the first thing we're going to use is this constrain button. Now when we are going to constrain our round peg into this hole. So you can see that there's different, you can scroll to different parts of the peg and it will constrain different faces or different edges into the hole. But what we want to do, we want to have this dotted line go all the way through the peg, and then we also, and I right clicked, and then I want the dotted line to go all the way through the hole. I didn't mean right click, I mean left click, and then I'm going to left click. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK. Now you can see that this is fit into that hole. I can't move it left or right. All I can do is move it up and down. Okay? Okay, now it's time to constrain this rectangle, this square peg into the hole. So the thing about the rectangle and the triangle pegs, you have to constrain 2 sides, not just one like you did with the round peg. So we have to constrain 2 adjacent sides into the hole. So we're going to go to our constrain button. We're going to select the whole entire face. You don't want to just select one of the edges. You want the whole face, so the whole thing's outlined. You have a cross in the middle with an arrow. And then you're going to make sure you select a whole face inside the hole as well. You don't want just one of these edges. You want the whole face, so it's outlined with the cross and the arrow in it. Okay? Now that's one. Now you've gotten one, but you can see it doesn't quite stay where it needs to be. Okay, so you've only done one side. You need to do 2 sides with the rectangle. So let's constrain again. This time we're going to do this face. We're going to use our little navigation cube over here and flip it around. and we're going to constrain it to this side. Okay? For some reason mine has an offset right here. It should not have that. It should be 0. All right. So now that's in the way it should be. All right. Now we need to do the triangle peg. So again, we're going to constrain this face. I'm going to have to flip our pegboard around so we can see the inside to this face. Again, you don't want an edge. You want a whole square outlined. Okay, apply. Now you can see this is kind of, I've only done one side. That's why it's kind of weird here. Okay. So now it's time for me to do the other side of the triangle. To that. And apply. Alright, so there I have it. I have all 3 pegs into the pegboard. Alright, we're gonna, I'm going to go up here to my orange eye and I'm going to save this as my PegBoard toy